Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to figure this out again. I literally did it yesterday. Okay. We should be live. Oh. There we go. And we'll put this here. Just give it a second, see if it's all loaded up properly. Okay, it's all good. Let's get started. So, we're the 26th of August. It's 13 minutes to 2 GMT, and we are doing market preparation. So, let's just look at news briefly because we have opened with a gap today. Let me just check. What time was this? 11 p.m. So we are opening with a gap today. That's the big news of the day. And that's really what we will be discussing the most in this early session. Let me just look at this. Yeah, no. Okay, we'll start. So on the daily, what do we see? Pretty much basic theory. I forgot what my prediction was yesterday, but I do believe that I said we were going to sell off during the day. And that's exactly what we did. So yesterday, Wednesday, big sell-off. Tuesday, we tried pulling back. So this is a clear area of support and resistance. It's an area that market is indecisive in. It's an area where bears and bulls struggle to find fair value. In the case of yesterday, it's the bears that won, and price opened above this 42.60 line, but closed way below. That's almost 40 odd points, maybe even 50 below. So big red candle on the day yesterday, bearish strength as usual. Let me just check if the stream. Yeah, no, the stream is good. Okay, so big gap down. Here we will circle it. I mean, the tool doesn't work properly, but big gap down. So that's on the daily. The daily, this analysis has been quite short, simply due to the fact that the daily, we've spoken about this level, every single day this week. I'm not going to reiterate it. It should be clear by now what's going on. So let's get to the 4 hour. So what's happened on the 4 hour? Simple. This resistance held yesterday. To be fair, this is the only time we tried to get up, but we immediately got cut short. I think we can delete this because it's pretty clear that this is resistance. This was basically just a mini pullback. To be fair, it was a bigger pullback than this, for example, or even this. We did struggle, but that again is because 42.60 is a tricky level. This support here coming down, we finally broke through it, and market theory would teach us that buyers right now will first try to close the gap, and their target would obviously be this low. So that's the 42.16s, or even this midpoint, this bottom of the pullback. And we are seeing quite a bit bearish strength. We are seeing bullish strength, bullish incentive to maybe close this gap after this doji formed. Big red, but now it seems to be reversing. If this candle can close above this red candle that opened at 11 p.m. yesterday, that would be pretty impressive. It won't. I mean, in all honesty, I don't think it will. But if it does, I'd be really impressed, and that would mean buyers are extremely strong. But I don't think that'll be the case, to be honest. I say that. Yeah, no, I'll stick with that. The only reason why I hesitate is because every time we break into a new hundreds level, so 4,300, 4,400, 4,200, now 4,100, price does like to pull back a bit before continuing down. This 41.96, we've not been this low in months. Yeah, I mean May of last year. That's pretty insane, to be fair, because I remember May of last year I still wasn't funded. I still wasn't making money trading, but I was still in front of the market. So this is quite funny, actually, seeing that we're back at this price level that I was trading all that time ago. We'll get to the 1 hour now. So the 1 hour, again, these volume profiles, these bigger time volume profiles, especially this one for the week, and we'll see the 3-day TPO chart. They're not, I don't want to say they're not useful, but they're not that accurate considering the big gap down we've had, because this value area, we're not getting back here this week. This value here, this point of control, it's not really something we want to be taking into account. Obviously we know it's here, but realistically, it's not useful, especially for today's market preparation. Obviously, if tomorrow we manage to close this gap and open above maybe this 42.10 and maybe in the 42.60s, then yeah, definitely this point of control will be important. But until then, I say we can kind of forget about this, because there's very little incentive to get there. There's very little motivation to get there. But nevertheless, you don't want to be ignoring anything, especially in trading, because ACH, anything can happen. So definitely bear that in mind, but take it with a grain of salt. Here, I wouldn't be offended if this became our new support and resistance. I would not take offense to that, simply because it kind of makes sense, especially since we just gapped from here. Apart from that, we are kind of entering new market territory, and that's one of the big reasons why today, more than ever, you need to be patient. I know I say it every day, but it's true every day. Every day it's true. If we were to look at yesterday's price action, shorting in the open would have made you a lot of money, but the thing is that we were still quite in range of value area of the 24th point of control. There was here, this was like an area, a high that price would be comfortable getting at. Here as well, there was a lot of reason why not to go short, especially here. This is pretty clear support. We can get rid of this level, to be honest. We can get rid of this one too, but definitely it would have been a risky trade. I would not have been comfortable, but those of you who did hold it, congrats, you probably made a decent amount. Interesting to note, again, the principles of price action are accurate. Here is support, arguably support, arguably support, boom, breakdown. Oh, what does it become? It becomes resistance. Easy. You guys should know this by now. This is where you should have entered. Entering at market open, risky, scary stuff. Entering here, you know exactly where your stop is. If I had a stop here, my stop would be the daily high. My target, would be breaking below this. You look at this. This is almost this is a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. That's the kind of stuff you want to be looking for. Because here, you don't know, are you putting your stop here? Are you putting your stop at point of control? Are you putting it above value area? What are you doing, And what's your target? Because we seem to already be at a target. Would it be down here? That's ballsy. You've got to hold that. Literally, you would have had to hold that the whole day. That's like a 3.5 hour trade. Pretty insane. That's what I mean is, it's a good entry retrospectively, but in the moment, it's very tricky to spot the targets and the stops. And then obviously ended the day with a gap, a low point of control. I wouldn't call this a P-shaped profile. I mean, we'll look on the TPO if it really does look like a B, sorry. And it doesn't, no, there's no argument that could be made for a B-shaped profile. There's no single print. There's no Paulo. This is what I'm talking about, So technically it would, but it's not, simple as that. Our low point of control is quite interesting. Definitely a target. Definitely a target. As is a gap close, And I think if we do manage to close the gap, we'll be killing two birds with one stone. One, by getting back into previous day range, and B, by getting back into previous day value area. And honestly, it could be three birds, because C would be getting rid of this VPOC on yesterday's chart. And if we could do all three of those things, then the downside auction would be very, very comfortable, because the buyers would not have any targets that are realistically in range. So that's what we can tell from here, I would be comfortable getting short here. Maybe a bit higher. It depends on a lot of stuff. This is when your delta comes in, your other indicators come in, your order flow comes in. You want to be seeing where buyers, where sellers situated. I don't know why my histogram isn't showing up for some reason. Anyway, I've always got issues with that. Trader8 is known for not being the most reliable trading platform, but it is what it is. Complaining will not do anything to change that. We'll take a quick look at news. So obviously we've got earnings today. I forgot which ones. I think we may have Snapchat, but I think Snapchat was yesterday. I'm not too sure about that. But if we just look here on Financial Juice, I mean, I guess I could look up earnings whispers to see the earnings. I'll just do this for you guys. Except let's see. There you go, the earnings calendar. Let's see for today, Thursday. Royal Caribbean, UPS, Hershey. Nothing insane. I think it was yesterday that there was Snapchat, and I think there was another one as well, another big one, but I forgot. But we'll move on from this. So back to Financial Juice, free website if you traders wanna check it out. Fed Waller, talking. We had quite a lot of news pre-market. So US core durable goods, US GDP price index, all green. That's probably what is incentivizing this push back into previous day range and to fill this gap. Actually, the new 30-minute candle has just opened, so this candle will be a big decider. If we manage to pull back maybe half of this move, I'd be pretty convinced that sellers are in control. Moving down, we've got news so this is 10 o'clock New York time. Want to be looking out for that. 10:30. This will be quite big. US 4-week build bid to cover and the bill auction. But apart from that, yeah, here we go. Amazon and Intel today. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. So, I mean, most of you will not be trading at this time, and if you are, definitely do not hold any positions. But this will definitely be interesting to look at. But news-wise for our morning session, nothing crazy to note. So, our predictions for the day. What are we looking at? Possibly a gap close. If a gap close, I don't think we're getting above 42.15. Simple as that. I don't think we'll probably get close. Maybe we'll go like 42.16. I don't see us making any moves into the 20s though. And I'd be very comfortable, going short here. If the gap doesn't close or there's no incentive to, I am definitely going to be looking at VWAP, how we react to VWAP. Obviously, you want your short side targets to be down here, 40, 41.65 even, if you're really ballsy. But I wouldn't take that much risk. I don't generally like to trade when we break into a brand new price level because it is somewhat new, and despite there being data from the past of how price reacted there, I'm still kind of cagey about it. So I'm not a fan of that. Honestly, it all depends on how we open and how this candle closes, this 30-minute. Our initial balance will likely give us really good information. Ideally, I want initial balance to close the gap, get rid of VBOC, get into value, and then the rest of the day just keep selling. That's in an ideal world. Market is not ideal, however. So ACH. But yeah, I'd be very keen to find a short here, as will I think a lot of market participants. So be careful of that. Be careful of your delta. Be careful of your order flow. And with that being said, I think our market prep is done for the day. Hopefully you guys will have profitable Thursday, protect your downside. Tomorrow is Friday. You want to enter Friday confidently, calmly. You don't want to be entering Friday with, a big loss over your head. So be calm, be patient, look for good entries. And I will see you all tomorrow, and those who are in the trading group, I will see you tonight for our first little meeting, our first little chat. And I'm looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, and hope you all have a good